Hello everyone, I'm Karina Chin and I want to welcome you today to Easy Stamping 123. All you need are three simple things. You need some ink, some paper, and a stamp set. And this is episode 86. So I'm in Edmonton, Alberta, and I usually come on Wednesday evenings at 7:30 Mountain Standard Time. But I got busy. I have to do something tonight, so I didn't want to miss my easy stamping video. So hopefully you're watching the replay, and comment and let me know what you think of the card. I'm always wondering if people like this series or not. The idea was for a video that I could share with brand new stampers, showing them how to cut a card, taking any stamp set that they may have purchased, and showing them how to put a card together. And then I found it was really good for me because I was using stamp sets that I'd never opened before, and same with my friends, so it became a bit of a challenge to see what we could make with a card sketch. Now the one today might seem a little basic, but it's going to be using a frame, so you have to create a frame any width you want, and we'll see what we can come up with. Okay, so let me go down here, and if you are watching, please say hi. Let me know you're watching. And let me know what you think of the card and what you did yesterday if you were in Canada, what you did for Canada Day. So we had a barbecue, so that was super fun. And I feel like I don't need to eat food for a week. We had so much food. It was fantastic. And of course, we always have to have a strawberry shortcake cake because it's red and white for Canada Day. So that was our dessert feature. It was absolutely delicious. Okay, so let me get started. This is only supposed to be 30 minutes, so I will go on and see how it works. Oh, and Sharon and Kathy are here. Hello, girls. I thought I would be all by myself right now, but I wanted to get my video done because I am going to be busy tonight. Okay, let me get started here so you can stamp along with me if you want. Super easy card sketch today. So what I wanted to focus on is a frame, and I went all over looking for my masking paper because I was going to show you a masking technique. I can't find it. I might still try it just with using some post-it notes possibly. We'll see. Okay, so this is a card sketch, and today I'm going to use perfectly pairs because I did a video yesterday with perfectly pairs, and I made this card. Now, this is not an easy stamping 123 card. The measurements for this were a little bit complicated, but I love how it turned out, and I think we're going to make a super cute one today using an easy card sketch. Okay, so first of all, let's choose our paper. So, normally what I do is I roll a dice to choose a card color and spin a wheel for I roll a dice to choose a stamp set, spin a wheel for card color and ink, but today I'm just going to go off of the back of the designer series paper. So Stampin' Up! Has tons of beautiful designer series paper. This is an online exclusive which launched yesterday, and Stampin' Up! Has online exclusives, which means it's just not in a printed catalog. So if you want to see what it is, I do have a PDF tutorial that I've made up so you can take a peek. But I don't know. I love seeing the products in person. It's hard to describe how beautiful this paper is, and you can't really see that on the website. I don't think it doesn't do a very good job. So the colors are Petal Pink, Basic Beige, Darling Duckling, Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, and Secret Sea. Oh, I thought there was, oh yeah, Darling Duckling's a yellow. I'm like, where's the yellow? Anyway, so this is all the paper I have left of this pattern. I was making swaps, but look how pretty this is, right? I need a frame, so I think, oh, I like that too. I could just cut out pieces and not even stamp today. This is really pretty too. I like these colors. I wonder if I should try Petal Pink. I'm tempted to try the Petal Pink. Or should the frame be made, maybe the frame should be made out of this paper, and then I can decorate and add pears on the inside. Okay, I think I'm going to do this. And look, you can even cut out all the pears, even if you don't want to do any stamping. Although, I kind of want to do some stamping. Okay, I think I'm going to use that. See, I could have created a frame out of this. I need a piece that is 3 inches by 4 inches for my frame. Oh, decisions. Can't decide. What does this look like? Hold on. We do Petal Pink. It's going to look like this. I feel like that could kind of be Calypso Coral. If we do Mossy Meadow, it's going to look like this. I think I almost want Petal Pink. Decisions, you guys. Tough call. Hello, Alexina. How are you today? Okay. No, I think I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to go with we're going with the greens today. Okay, so I need a piece. First of all, I need a card base. So let's cut our cardstock in half. And then let me see what stamped images I have. I was going to do a striped pattern, but I don't know how hard it'll be now that I can't find my masking paper. So Stampin' Up! Does sell masking paper, which is kind of cool. And then if I'm using this pattern, I think the stripes may be too busy. Yeah, I think it'll be too busy. What I was going to do, though, was get masking tape, put it all over here, create stripes, and then use a blending brush to create a pattern. I still could do that and see what it looks like. Okay, let's put this on here. I have a little bit of paper left over. And, okay, ignore my order. This was my order. I was trying to figure out what I needed. I needed more floral charm paper. So if we're going to do stripes, does that cover? Yeah, it does. Okay, let's try this. If it doesn't work, I've got more paper, but I think this will be kind of cool. So let's cut this into 1/2-inch strips, and we're pretending that this is masking paper. So why masking paper is awesome is that the whole sheet is sticky, not just the top part of a Post-it note. But I don't know, I think this will be kind of cool. And if it, like I said, if it doesn't look good, well, then I'll just grab the Petal Pink paper, because when you're card making, you really just want to play, create, have fun. I created a card for my Wednesday morning card class that I love, 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 love. And it's got a little pop-up thing on the inside. We're stamping at Friesen Brothers next Wednesday. And then I also run the same class on the 3rd Wednesday of the month. And I just call it, well, it's not really, well, it's virtual. I guess it's on Zoom. But we make the same cards. And then sometimes, you know, after a hard day at work, you can stamp in your pajamas. You can stamp in your jammies if you want. And we just chat and have a great time. Okay, let's put this over here. And you'll see where I'm going with this in a second. Like I said, a lot easier with masking paper because it's not going to move. We'll see what this looks like. I don't know. Sometimes I get an idea in my head and just want to play. And 2, my Mossy Meadow ink is not the best, so we'll see how dark it is. Okay, I think we'll put this one here. This one we're just going to put a bit lower so it actually has some sticky, the sticky part on my card. So isn't that cool? And this one, yeah, that's not bad. It's going to say it doesn't have to be perfect. It's a handmade card. The person you give it to hopefully will just love it. I don't expect people to save my cards and keep them forever. But they are made with love. And how many handmade cards do you get in the mail these days, right? That's why they're really becoming special. Okay, let's see. Now I need a blending brush. I might try Old Olive instead, just because this is a juicier ink pad. Okay, let's see what this is going to do. So you want to tap it off all the time so that you don't have too much ink. Tap, tap, tap. I'm kind of pouncing it on. Oh, see, I didn't tap, tap, tap first. Okay, what's this going to look like? Ooh, can you see the stripes? That's kind of cool. I just really wanted to show you guys a new kind of technique that you could try. Oh, I didn't tap off again. Tap, 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 tap off. It just gives you a smoother appearance. And I can't, if this was masking paper, I could just go over it and not be very careful and just blend, blend, blend. But because I know that this is a big Post-it note, it's not stuck down. So that's why I got to be really careful. Otherwise, my stripes are not going to be stripes. Okay, let's see what that looks like. See, I am creating stripes. Okay, this is kind of cool. And like I said, I could have been more careful with the spacing, but in the middle, it's going to be covered up by my frame. And we'll just do a bit more. Make sure I get the edges. Okay, this is probably going to show tap, tap off. This is kind of fun. If you're having a bad day, do this. It's great. It's like a workout. Okay, I'm pretty happy with this. I got a bit of a blob here I'm trying to cover up. Okay, let's pull this away and see what it looks like. Can you guys see the stripes? Isn't that cool? And then, of course, if you wanted to, you could then take a Stampin' Up marker and put another colored line through. You could almost create your own plaid like this. And then you could go this way if you wanted different stripes. And I'm not sure where the masking paper is in the catalog, but like I said, this works pretty good. See, now we have a cool card base. Okay, now how busy is it with this pattern now? Or should we do this pattern? I think this pattern looks a little bit nicer. Okay, we're going to do this one. I'm going to cut it down to 3 by 4. 3 by 4, so this is already 4 inches. Okay, now if you have a Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, you can actually buy the Gallery Bloom stamp set and dies, and it has a frame die in it. But because it's Easy Stamping 123, I want to show you how you can cut your own. Mine is going to be 3 by 4 because it's fairly easy measurements to work with. Hello, Joy. How are you today? Okay, now I want mine to be a 1/2 inch frame. So I'm lining it up on this side at 1/2 inch. It's 4 inches. So if I look at my ruler on the side, I'm going to put my cutting blade down at 1/2 inch. And I'm going to 3.5 inches. Then I'm going to turn it. Now this is 3 inches. Line it up at 1/2 inch again on this side. And then we're going to start it again at 1/2 inch. And then pull it down this time to 2.5 inches. And you know, it may not be perfect, but it's just fun to make. Okay, this side again is 4 inches. So let's go from 1/2 inch down to 3.5. Line it up again at 1/2 inch, and then it will be 1/2 inch by 2.5 inches. There we go. Now, no, pretty good little frame, right? Okay, that looks kind of fun. Now we need some white behind it. So let's cut some basic white. That is going to be, as I'm looking around for some, oh, I got some basic white. Oh, this one's ruined, so this is perfect. We'll use the other side. Okay, so this is 3 by 4. I want it to be a smidge less because I want it to hide under the frame. 3 by 4. So again, a smidge less, doing it like 1/16 of an inch smaller. Really, it doesn't matter. I just want it to be behind my frame, not show through. Okay, there we go. Now we need some kind of pears, and it would be really nice to have some pink little flowers on here. Now we can stamp the pink flowers, or we can just cut out the pink flowers. We can stamp the pears or cut out the pears. Now before I do that, this is our template again. We need some kind of a sentiment here. I think I'm just going to do thank you, but look at this. A good friend is a gift. Hello, congratulations, friend. I think I'll put my thank you over here. And I'll just get a stamp. We'll just stamp it with some black memento ink. I need to lighten this up a bit. I feel like it's a little bit dark. Okay, so that's my card sketch. And then if I wanted to as well, I'll see what I'm doing for my cards. I could mat it. Where did my cardstock go? I could mat it on my pink as well, my little frame, right? To have a little bit of a matting go around to give it a little bit of pop of color to lighten it up a little bit. I don't know. I will think about that. Okay, so we don't have like any branches in here because I kind of wanted a branch. And what image would fit nice in here? Oh, I think these two pairs would look cute. Don't you? And then I can put something in here. You know what? I am going to do these two little pairs. Two little pairs. Let's get a clear block. And I'm going to stamp it twice. Okay, I want my black ink. I'm going to stamp it once. I'm going to stamp it twice. And then it has a filler image in here. So let's see what kind of cardstock colors it has. I don't know. I'm loving this paper. Like, this paper is so pretty. Ooh, even that paper is pretty. You know what? I might have to add, I feel it's too dark. I might have to add a little pop of color in here. And then I can make kind of a yellow pear. Well, I guess it's not yellow. It's Darling Duckling. What did you do for Canada Day, Joy? Oh, and Margaret Ann's here too. Hello, hello. Margaret Ann, were you puppy sitting again? Just checking. Okay, now let me just talk about this quick. If I add some Darling Duckling on here, you know, it's a nice color, but I want to add just a little bit of green. So I've got these classic spots. These come from Paper Pumpkin. Or you can get the uninked spots. You get 5 of them. You get 5 of them, and then you just add an ink refill on top. It's a fabric pad, and then you make your own ink spot. So I've been doing this a lot for my classes. It's a fabric pad, and then you just keep going until it's inky. And then what I do is put a label on the bottom. So this one's Calypso Coral. I'm not going to do Calypso Coral because I've got a lot of green going on here. So let's just take this. And the reason why I want to use the spot is because I find that the big ink pad's a little tricky to hold like this. But this way I can control the amount of color that I'm putting on here. Okay, and see, I got just a little hint of green. A little bit off. Let's try it again. Now you could clean this with your Stampin' Chamois, but I'll go again and then I'll see which one I like better, because I'm going to pop one up. Okay, let's try this again. It's photopolymer. See, that one's a little bit better. And then I'm going to get Old Olive, and then I think some crumb cake, maybe pecan pie. Yeah, let's do Old Olive pecan pie. Or, you know, maybe you've got another color for the branch. I'm just using a Stampin' Blend. Ooh, new Old Olive. Exciting. Margaret Ann, yes. You're with the 10-week-old boy. Ooh, like a boy or a dog boy? Like a puppy? 10-week-old, that would be fun. And if it's a puppy, it sounds like you need me to come over and assist you. I love puppies. Puppies smell good. They're so cute. My friend's daughter is getting a puppy, and I volunteered to look after it, but I don't think she needed me, unfortunately. I did not get a puppy sitting phone call, but I was sure ready to go. I should really, well, I guess I was going to say get a job in a pet store, but I guess they don't have too many puppies anymore in a pet store, do they? Okay, I like this, you guys. Could actually stamp one of these on the inside too. Okay, now we will cut these two images out. I was gonna actually pop one up and give it some dimension, but now I kind of want one for the inside of my card. Because I'm doing Mossy Meadow, it's almost too dark. Okay, if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. Now, if you have the dies for this set, if you have a die cutting machine, you can just use the dies, right? You don't have to cut, but because it's easy stamping 1, 2, 3, I want to show you that it is doable with just having the stamp set and the beautiful paper. I think it might cut it out a little bit better. Right, but that's not too bad. Okay, so there we go. So we have thank you. Don't you think the yellow, we need a pop of yellow. It's too monochromatic. Too monochromatic, this card. Just checking it out. Ooh, that's kind of nice too. And it's not quite so dark. Okay, we're going to go with this though. Okay, so I have this one. Let's cut this one for the inside of the card. Actually, the inside of the card is going to be white, so I could have just stamped it and then colored it, but because this is done already, we'll just go like this, pretty quick to color things. And then we'll put a bit of ribbon, but I wanted to show how you create a background with blending brushes and masking paper or a Post-it note. And then I wanted to show you how you can use your stamping spots to get some more ink colors. You don't have to invest in a full stamping pad, right? If you're on a budget. And I know when you first start out, it's hard. There's so many supplies. Now you're probably thinking, I should have just done a yellow frame. But that's okay. I'm just going to stick with this. I am adding kind of a cheater piece in here, guys. Sorry. I need to anchor my color somehow. I should have chose different colors. Okay, so I've got that. And then I am going to have some, oh, I thought there were little flowers in this set. Why can't I add some little pink flowers? I can't. Let's just kind of put these in the background. I'll do 2 in my frame. Let's see what this looks like. And again, I could have cut them out too, right? Yes, there we go. And I'm going to make them pink. What? There's no filler set. Okay, that's okay. No problem. But look, it does have, I think these are centers. Why can't I do that with yellow? I'm getting a big block here. Or do I color them in pink? Oh, how do these fit? Now we've got 2 clustered over here, and I better move this off of that paper. Where's my petal pink? I'm going to put a hint of pink in here. What time am I? Oh, I'm running out of time. 2 minutes? What? Wait, time flies when you have fun stamping. Okay, a little hint of pink, and then I feel like I want to color these lemon lolly. Light lemon lolly. Now, if you don't have any stamping blends and you are a new stamper, you can just squeeze your ink pad to create a pool of ink, and you can even use like a Wink of Stella gel pen to color. I have done videos before. So this is a Wink of Stella. It is a glitter pen. You just squeeze it till it releases some liquid at the bottom. This one might be almost done. Not a lot left coming out of here, but then when you go over it, it adds a little bit of glitter. Or you can squeeze your ink pad, pick up the color with your Wink of Stella, and just color with it. If you don't want to get the alcohol markers, or maybe you're on a budget, right? The alcohol markers are kind of pricey. They're $15 for a set of 2. So this is probably a better idea. Or else buy an ink refill, and then you can color with your Wink of Stella. You can ink up your pears. Okay, there we go. And then what's this? We have, ooh, I love splotches. My goodness, let's get some splotches going on there. This is turning out to be a super cute card. I'm going to add some splotches in here. What color did I use again? Old Olive. Mossy Meadow is darker, but I'm not having a lot of luck with my Mossy Meadow pad. I think I need to replace it again. Just add some little splotches here, here, here. Just give it some texture. There we go. Okay, how's that looking? Do I need them anywhere else? No. And then let's put a little splotch here, a little splotch here, and a little splotch there. Okay, look at this sweet little card. Right? Wouldn't you just love to receive this card in the mail? Okay, now let's pop this up. Now you can put a bunch of dimensionals on it. I'm going to use foam tape. Ooh, too late. Why didn't I use that one? Oh well, too late. That's okay. This is going to work. So you can use like a whole bunch of these baby dimensionals. I'd probably put 6. Or we also sell foam adhesive tape if you want. I usually use this for shaker cards. But we'll just go like this because it's faster. And then I don't have to pull all these little dimensionals off today. Okay, let's go like this. Yeah, I'm really loving this card. I think it's sweet. It's a nice cheery card. I don't need to go all the way to the end because it's not a shaker card, so I don't need everything to be enclosed. Whoops, I am making a big mess. Okay, let's go like this. Let's just cut this. And I'll put these back so I can reuse them. Okay, there we go. And I'll just set that over there. Okay, so we're going to put this down in the center of my card. I am going to put this down. Sorry, guys. I just think it adds a little bit. It just anchors my colors. Like I said, the card sketch is just kind of an idea. Right? Where does this need to go? I think right about here. And I'm using liquid glue because then I can move it. Okay, that looks kind of centered. You get glue on your fingers, just get some hand sanitizer. And I'll just go down here. Hi, Kim. I think you'll have to do one in each color. I know. I wish Kim says hello. And Kim, I believe you're in Florida, right? I wish you were here for Canada Day too. But what are you doing for July 4th? I'm sure you have some fun things planned. I still remember I was on a holiday in Seattle one time. Boy, did they have a great July 4th parade. That was impressive. And the kids were small. But yeah, we didn't really have, yeah, it was kind of a low-key Canada Day for us this year. Okay, I like this, but look at that. That needs a splotch, right? Needs a little splotch. So let's fill in that space. And then I'll put some of my little doodads down. Okay, we'll put that right there. Okay, that's looking cute. Now this is fun because it does come with these low profile dots that coordinate. So I think I'll just put some of these little yellow ones right here. Bring in the yellow. We'll just put 2 of those on there. Now, isn't that a sweet little card? Right? Super cute. And then on the inside, I just need some white. So we will cut this to 4 by 5 1/4. Four by 5 1/4. And I kind of wish this set had some more inside greetings. I don't think it did it? What did it say? Let me take a look at this stamp set. I haven't played with it that much. It says, thank you. A good friend is a gift. Now, I don't know who I'm giving this to yet, so I better wait. Thank you, friend. Congratulations. Hello. It's just super sweet. And then look, I've already got this cut out. So we will put that on here. Okay, there we go. Right, isn't that just a sweet little card? So this is my easy stamping 1, 2, 3 video for today. Let's just take a look. And I like it, but I think it would have been cute with this paper. So I think I agree with Kim. I think I need to redo this card, but do it with petal pink. Or, well, look at that. Doesn't that lighten it up a lot too by still using the same pairs? So the colors I'm using, Mossy Meadow. I used Old Olive for adding the stripes on my card. I think it looks pretty rich. This is the brand new Darling Duckling. It is a deep yellow and I love it. And then Granny Apple Green, because that's the spot I had. You can choose whatever you want. A little bit of Petal Pink. But I think it's a really, really sweet card. So that shows you how to make a handmade frame. And then hopefully you'll try this sketch. And if you do, tag me or use the hashtag EasyStamping123. And then that allows me to search for that to see what you've made for your card. So thank you so much for joining me today, you guys. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Katie signed up for Pilates tonight and she's dragging me with her at 8 o'clock. So I was afraid, well, there's no way I could get over to the gym. There's no way if I'm doing a video at 7:30. So thanks for letting me do it early today. I hope you will try the card sketch and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye.